Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Men must master a body of knowledge. Now, this is very important. Every single man must become the master of something, some type of body of knowledge, or you can call it a craft. And it's bigger than just saying being on your mission or your purpose. It's saying this is what you're the master of. And it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you feel good about it, as long as you have a passion for it. This is very key. You know, as men, we're supposed to be doing something. We're supposed to stay busy. We're supposed to have a job. The very nature of masculine energy is not to sit in one place. That's not who we are. That's not who we are. We always have to be doing something. That's why when you see men and they don't have much going on and they just sitting around, they don't feel as good as they could. They don't have that same positive feeling going through life. No, not at all. They don't feel good. They might even complain and everything. Indeed, they probably come off as, I'll just say not as masculine. I'll be nice. And you see it. And some people have even experienced it. How many people have experienced a time when they had no idea what they were going to do or get into? But then all of a sudden they find that one thing, just that one thing that they're good at, and they get into it fully. I mean, they'll get into it at all angles. They'll work hard to do it. And it could be anything, and that's the beauty of it. It don't have to be like just something that you're going to make money with. It could be just some hobby. I've known some men, they were masters of stuff, but they didn't make money from it. It wasn't a job or anything. And it doesn't have to be a job, but when it came to that particular subject or craft, body of knowledge, they were the tops. They were the grand master of it. Now, when I say grand master, I mean they've learned it, and it's a lifelong process. It's not something that you study for 3 years and then it's like, oh, okay, now I'm the master of it. It's the very nature of it is you'll be doing it the rest of your life. You always looking at how can I make this better? What can I do? What innovations can I bring to it? Because that's when you really master something, when you can bring a totally new innovation, totally new path, totally new way of looking at it. That's when you've really mastered something. But at the beginning, you have to master it first. The first thing every single man has to do is find what is it that he really, really likes to do. Take money out of the equation, first of all. Take money out of the equation, because often many men get involved in something just to make money. And that's not a bad thing. Now, if you can have a body of knowledge and you make money from it, hey, that's the ultimate. But you don't want to start off looking for the money angle, because then you look over some things. You look over some things that you'll probably be great at, but you're thinking, oh, I ain't going to make too much money that way. But I'm going to tell you what. Well, I'll get into that in a minute, how you can still make money. But, you got to do the thing that it feels just right within you. Like, I've known people who got into different things and they weren't making a lot of money. In fact, monetarily, they were either struggling or they were working on regular jobs just so they could keep up with their path. And that's cool. That's cool. Now, you can get to the point where you're making money. When I first started writing, I didn't really think about money as much. Yeah, I wanted to do it full time, but honestly, I wasn't thinking about money as much when I first started writing. I was just writing. And look how far it's taken me. And, it could be anything. And like I said, it don't have to be money. It could be, the mating habits of ants or something. And somebody say, well, that's not important. Well, maybe it becomes important if somebody has an ant infestation or something. Or just to know it, just to study it. You could be somebody who, on an academic level, is just studying ants for whatever reason. There's nothing wrong with that. And that craft could be when I say anything, literally anything. Your craft could be just fixing cars on your own. But you get to the point where you can fix it better than a trained mechanic. Your craft, I've known some people, they in the craft of tantra. They in the craft of tantra, so they know how to make love to a woman in a way that blows out the average person. And that's key. And I mean, it could be anything. Now, I talked about being a master at it where, you've taken years and you can bring innovations to it. You ultimately want to get to the point that you not only master it, but you can teach it. You can teach it to someone else. Someone else can come under your teaching. Because, see, that's one thing about men. We're supposed to be the ones, we're supposed to spread our knowledge. We're supposed to teach younger men our knowledge. We're supposed to bring them along. So you want to build it to that point. But even beyond the fringe benefits of it, teaching it to others, getting paid from it, it's for your own enjoyment. Understand, every single man that's listening to this was born to do something. You weren't born to just be on this planet and just chill out and, play some video games or just drink some beer or even, just dealing with women. You have greater things than that. You had greater things than that, unless that's your craft. And that's a different thing. But no, you weren't on all those things. You were here to do something very specific. That's your gift to the world. But the first thing you have to do is find it. Now, one of the ways to find it is you have to find it. You can't go to somebody else and say, what am I supposed to do? They're going to tell you what they feel you should do. See, it's something you got to feel deep within. You got to look within. Now, somebody could say, who sees you from the outside, could say, well, I see you doing this and that. Okay, you take that into consideration. The thing is, you got to see yourself doing it. And once you get involved in it, it got to be to the point, this is your life mission. No matter what else. You could have a 6-figure job, but this craft, this body of knowledge, that's what you mainly doing. Indeed, as I've said, I've known some men who made a lot of money and were they either in a blue collar job, corporate America, had their own business, but their craft, their body of knowledge was something different. But they were the masters. You could just sit and listen to them for hours talking about their craft. And every man should do this. Now, unfortunately, some men, they make it to old age without really even recognizing their craft. I would say to them, it's never too late. For the younger guys, it's actually good because now you could get started on it early. And then you could be, you might develop your craft to the point you could actually start a business, a school or something teaching the craft. But you're making the world a better place. I don't care what it is. And that's the thing. Don't think anything is too small. I don't care what it is. Nothing is too small. There's not a ranking of like knowledge and crafts and stuff. We need everything. Let me use the analogy of a football squad. Everybody is not the quarterback. You got one quarterback. You got a couple running backs. And even with the running backs, one, his skill is just the block. That's the blocking back, the fullback. Then you got the main running back. His thing is to carry that ball about 30 times, get some yardage. But then you got the wide receivers. They doing something totally different. But what they doing is important. You got the tight end. They blocking a little bit more and everything, helping out on a run, but go out, get that pass. And then you got the lineman. And even the lineman, all of them doing something different. The job of the center is, he's blocking, but then the job of the center is to look out and look for blitzes, call out stuff. And then offensive tackle, his thing is to, keep those speedy rushes off the quarterback. And then the guards, they doing something slightly different. But everybody's doing, and everybody's thing is important. Nothing is too small. Let me use a football example again. The quarterback, he can be great, but he can be a superstar. The running back can be a superstar. Wide receivers and tight end can be superstars. They do nothing if the offensive linemen aren't there. So their jobs are just important. Nobody has anything. Or even with the quarterback, he can be the most accurate quarterback in the world, but if the receivers can't catch that pass, what good is it? So everybody's job is important. Everybody's body of knowledge is key. Always remember that. So find the thing, find your passion, find the thing that you're good at, and become a master at it, and ultimately a grandmaster. All right? And I want y'all to go out there and do that work, all right? So anyway, get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.